Alright, another installment from the kitchen. I'm gonna be making quite a few things today in preparation for leaving for the trip tomorrow. So first I'm gonna turn the rest of this raw artisanal coconut butter, which is just the coconut oil together with some coconut pulp, which I used to use as a spread, and I also made separately chocolate spread, but to combine the two I'm just gonna turn the rest of this into a chocolate spread and take it with me for the road. The way I do my chocolate spreads, or any chocolate for that matter, is I have my trusty teapot. So what I do, I used to just make it on the stove on top of the boiling water, but I wasn't quite sure if the temperature is low enough to keep it raw, under 40 degrees Celsius or whatever that is. So what I do now is I just brew my tea, and then while it's brewing, I take the lid off and I put my cup in there. So it's kind of in the hot water, but not so hot that it's, continuously boiling. And it's brewing my tea and it's making me my chocolate at the same time, and it looks pretty. It looks like it was meant to be. I'm not sure whether the Japanese artisans who created this beauty, which I purchased in Japan last year, sort of that when they were making it, but this is my artful interpretation of the tea ceremony, if you will. Alright, so even the tea I chose to make today is a little bit artful. Usually it's just a little bit of tea, whatever I feel like it, but today I had some leftover lemon peel and I was thinking what would it go nicely with. First I thought just green tea, but didn't quite feel like it, so I came upon a bag of dandelion, organic dandelion, mint and ginger, not just dandelion. So I'm gonna add that to my lemon peel. My goodness, it's already at 2 minutes and I haven't even started making the chocolate yet. So there it is, teapot, hot water, in it goes, to the top. It's heating up my hand, so I gotta put it down. And for those that can't hear me, great apologies. I don't have very good diction, which I should be working on after I'm done working on my chewing habit. But I have purchased the little microphone that should plug straight into the iPhone and make my ramblings so much more, I was gonna say coherent, but no, it's not gonna affect the coherency and logic of my talk, but it will affect, hopefully, the volume. So what's the word? Wait for it. Stay tuned! That was the word I was looking for. So there it is. Teapot, filled to the brim with hot water, brewing my beautiful lemon peel and dandelion tea. Up. Here it goes. And a little bit too far away from you, but that's the only spot in the kitchen where I can put the camera up and not have either the background lighting or the ceiling lighting be in the background and make everything invisible. Got a little bit of that left, so I'm going to scrape all of that out and melt it. Oh, I'm already tempted to not just go with the chocolate, but add the cinnamon in there and add some flavoring. Ah yeah, that's what I was gonna do, is make an orange chocolate spread, because coconut chocolate is kind of cliche, if you will. This cliche in my word. But orange chocolate, and now we're talking. So that should melt quite easily, so we get the melting temperature just above the coconut, the standard coconut oil, which is just the room temperature. And I'm probably going to put it in a small container again to make it easier to transport. Should I be making this orange? I tend to mix too many flavors in one, but it becomes unrecognizable. Well, I guess while I mix it all and melt it all, I'll pause this. We already ran into 5 minutes and we haven't even done what we intended to, so I'll be back. Alright, so this thing doesn't melt 100%, being with containing coconut flesh and all, so, but I got it somewhat. I don't know if you can see, somewhat melted, like soft butter consistency. Yeah, too much light everywhere. So, with my trusty, decided to go orange after all, my trusty doTERRA wild orange, as you can see, almost finished essential oil that I use for the majority of my chocolate flavoring concoctions, chocolate concoction flavoring, which I am replacing slowly now with the slim and sassy option, which is not just one orange oil, but a blend of orange, cinnamon, ginger, grapefruit, and other goodness. Which wait a minute. So this is how the creative process goes. I don't know whether I want orange chocolate spread or the orange cinnamon, since I'm gonna add cinnamon anyway. I've made a batch of orange chocolate a couple of days ago, and then I made a batch of this slim and sassy chocolate. It's got a ring to it, huh? Yesterday, which I thought definitely was a much better combination. Slim and sassy wings. Plus, since I only have a couple of drops of the orange left, I'm not gonna replace it. I don't know when, because I don't know when. Again, I'm gonna have a stable mailing address to order one. But yeah, the slim and sassy, since we don't have that much of it, like a little cup full, probably 2 drops. Start with 2 drops. Can always add more. 2 drops. Lots of vanilla. I love the vanilla. I think I already talked about it in one of my other recipe videos. It's some sort of Mexican authentic thing, and we're running into 7 minutes, which I'm gonna have to pause and break it into 2. Lots of vanilla. I mean lots, maybe a teaspoon. I love this stuff. This stuff is already sweet, so I probably won't add stevia. I might at the end, depending on how it's all gonna come out. And then, what if I leave it like this without the chocolate? That wasn't the point, now was it? The cogs, the thinking cogs are ticking. Man, I'm afraid I won't be able to mix it all up. Alright, so I can't really taste that oil one. I think I'll have to pause it here, because YouTube has a limit on the length of the video, and decide whether I want the chocolate in there or not, and come back to you.